This is the WSFA TV News 6 o'clock report.
Good evening, I'm Bob Howell, and this is the news for the 2nd of May, 1984. We're speaking to you from the roof of Houston Hall at Troy State University, Fort Rucker, and Dothan, home of the new Wiregrass Bureau for WSFA TV News. We're going to be telling you more about what this news bureau is about and what it's going to mean to all of the Wiregrass area a little bit later in tonight's newscast. But right now, let's go back to the studios in Montgomery with Gina Gregory for the rest of the news. Gina?
Thanks, Bob. And now let's go back to Bob Howell at our Wiregrass Bureau. Bob?
Thanks a lot, Gina. As we said earlier, we're speaking to you from the roof of the Houston Hall at Troy State University, Dothan, Fort Rucker, as we officially open up the Wiregrass Bureau, which will bring you news events from 7 southeastern counties. We have the capabilities of doing that live from most any location in this 7-county area. Earlier today, we officially kicked off the startup of the Wiregrass Bureau with a luncheon for some area business and civic leaders. The luncheon included a number of our staff members, not only from the news department, but also people who will be staffing the Bureau and department heads from across the station. This gave us a good opportunity to meet with the local leaders from the Wiregrass and to get to know some of them personally. Our general manager, Chuck Whitehurst, told the guests that the Bureau is fulfilling a 4-year dream of his, a plan he set in motion 4 years ago when he came to Montgomery to take over the reins as vice president and general manager for TV 12. The Wiregrass Bureau is going to be staffed by Cal Calloway and Mary Beth Boyd. The Bureau office, as we said, is located in downtown Dothan. Cal Calloway has some information tonight about the word wiregrass, where it came from and what it means.
When a lot of people hear the word wiregrass, this is what they think of. The long, stringy grass, which can be found along many southeast Alabama roads. But the word wiregrass is used another way, to describe the cluster of counties which make up the southeastern corner of the state. Variety may be the word which best describes a wiregrass, with a mixture of rural and urban, military and civilian. These are some of its communities: Fort Rucker, the home of Army aviation; Ozark, with its beautiful mansions in the downtown area; Enterprise, known for its monument to the boll weevil and its championship football; and Dothan, the largest city in the Wiregrass, a city some officials say that's now hit the big time with a population over 50,000. These are its events: Op with its Rattlesnake Rodeo, the World Championship Domino Tournament in Andalusia, and of course, the National Peanut Festival in Dothan. It's an area full of proud people, proud of how far the Wiregrass has come, and proud of what seems to be a bright future.
Cal is with us live from our Dothan Bureau, and we're delighted to have you on board. And Cal, I know there's a lot of news to cover out of the Wiregrass area.
We're already full this week, and we think there's a lot going on in the Wiregrass. We're looking forward to it.
Great. Mary Beth Boyd is the other person who's going to be staffing the Bureau here. She looked into the history of this particular building that we're on top of right now, and she found out a little bit about this historic spot on North Foster Street.
Houston Hotel has seen a lot of changes since its beginning in 1891. At that time, it was known as Thrasher Hall and was visited by many who traveled long distances to enjoy its cuisine, cooking, and free lodging for the wives of traveling salesmen. But in 1930, Thrasher Hall was torn down and Houston Hotel put into its place. Those who remember the old days considered it one of the most famous hotels in this part of the country. Since that time, its rooms have been the home of several businesses, including Dothan's first radio station. Today, Troy State University Dothan can be found here, with some 900 students attending classes this quarter.
The ballroom is no longer a ballroom, but is the classrooms. It's been broken up into classrooms today. So the hallways that used to echo with the slow dragging feet of the weary traveler today, instead of that slow dragging feet, it echoes with the hurrying feet of students.
WSFA TV joins in with Houston Hotel's colorful history. Located in downtown Dothan, our new Wiregrass Bureau will be instrumental in bringing the news of the Wiregrass to your home. A microwave dish has been put into place on the top of the roof. This will allow videotape to be fed to the Montgomery office in a matter of minutes.
Mary Beth is with us, and Mary Beth, we're delighted to have you on board. Look
Thanks,
forward to
Bob.
big things from you.
Oh, yes, we're definitely ready to go. We're ready to hit the wiregrass and report, and we're real excited. We are Channel 12's first bureau, so we've got a lot to look forward to.
Thanks a lot. Mary Beth, we're delighted to have you on board. Bob Ingram has some thoughts tonight about the wiregrass and the importance of TV 12 being here with the Bureau.
If you get the impression we're excited about the opening of our Wiregrass Bureau in Dothan, you read us right. We are excited. We're excited because we know the contribution it will make in providing you, our viewers, and you're the most important people we know, with the very best news coverage possible. From the day WSFA TV went on the air, and we'll be 30 years old in December, we've been committed to giving you first-rate news coverage. That's been our trademark. The opening of the Bureau in Dothan is a reaffirmation of that commitment. The Dothan Bureau represents a substantial investment by this station, offices, staff, sophisticated equipment. But it's an investment we gladly make to ensure that WSFA will remain your most trusted source of news. The opening of the offices in Dothan also underscores another fact, one that bears reiterating. WSFA TV is not a Montgomery station. It is your station. And no matter your mailing address or zip code, no matter where you might live in 12 country, you're as important to us as the people who live in Cloverland Apartments, which is about 50 yards from where I sit. At the risk of sounding immodest, we think WSFA TV News has done a darn good job in its first 30 years. But you ain't seen nothing yet. That's the way we see it tonight.
Thank you, Bob. And that is it for our premiere broadcast from the Wiregrass Bureau. Let's go back now to Montgomery and Gina Gregory for the rest of the newscast. Gina?
Okay, thanks, Bob. And when we come back, you'll meet a 7th grader who's going to